Hi everybody.
Total
okay.
brain freeze.
This is the third time we've tried to do the live. We believe that it could be the update. People who haven't updated on their phones are having a cutout. So what we are going to do is upload it afterwards. So if anyone's having trouble, because you won't have time to download the new.
I'm currently watching it on another device. Oh look, it just did it then. It just cut out on our screen then. Oh look, it's doing it there. Look, you can see.
I can't see.
But it's not doing it on here.
I can't see.
Watch there. Look, we're staggering. Look, yours has been fine every time on Android.
Says it's.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Okay.
But here's the thing.
If you're having trouble with it, we are going to upload it so you can watch it later once you've downloaded the new. What's it called?
No, it's not working. It's not working. We're not going to be able to do it today, guys.
Oh, guys, we're going to have to give up.
We're going to have to give up. It's blitzing out on our...
Well, we'll try and find what's going on. Yeah. And hang on, and what we might do is do instead a late night one, a night shift, instead of the coffee moaning. But we'll also try and do the live cook at 6 o'clock. We're going to try and work out what it is, and we'll get back to you.
Is it going all right now? How's it doing now?
How's it doing now?
I'm not having any trouble. So, for those who aren't having any trouble, yeah, I think it could be an Apple problem rather than I think it's probably recording fine. Okay, maybe we should just carry on recording just as if we were pre-recording, and maybe it will upload. It's fine on MacBook. So Laura Kate, is there no jumping on MacBook? Is there no jumping at all? Georgina Demetrio, is it running just fine? Are you hearing everything we're saying and seeing everything?
Carry on this thing. We're going to carry on. We'll carry on.
Yeah, we're going to carry on.
So,
Beirut.
We were talking about Beirut.
Tragic.
Absolutely tragic. And yeah, I was just listening to a journalist who's actually in Beirut, and truly horrific what they're going through because they were overwhelmed already with COVID. You know what? They just had 2 days lifting because they've been in a really quite serious lockdown because of COVID. So they'd given everyone 2 days off. And Beirut, I used to go there as a child. I loved going to Beirut because we would be in Jordan and then we would cross over to Beirut. And it was a bit like, because it was heavy French influence, it's a bit like going to Paris. And it was so much freer than Jordan when I was a kid. And there was these beautiful boulevards with all the tree-lined boulevards and the cafes and
French,
the restaurants.
apparently.
Very French. And these amazing patisseries. And I loved Jordan, but Jordan was much stricter. So you would go there and it would feel like a breath. As a child, you felt the difference in the freedom. And of course, as we know, the place has been ravaged, that part of the world, with war and just terrible, pointless fighting with cruel people involved in so many different ways, and they're on their knees economically. And it's a very vibrant place still now. I mean, my cousin has just been there for 7 years doing architecture at uni, and I said, oh my God, how can you be in Beirut? He said, oh, it's amazing. It's even with all the troubles, it's just such an incredible, vibrant city. A lot of people go there on holiday, and my mum and dad went there a couple of years ago and had an amazing time. The food is like nothing, the people. And to think that they'd been given this 2 days off and the bars were full and the restaurants were full and it was buzzing. And then this happened. And I was just saying that a report I was listening to there, a woman who lives a kilometre away from the port where the explosion was, said that her windows were torn out of the wall. We're not talking about just broken glass, torn out. It has been devastated. And because their economy is already fucked, now the port, which was a big earner from all the shipping and everything that was coming in, God knows how they're going to recover, God knows. And they've been on, so you think they've hit hard with COVID. They've been having regularly just 2 hours of power a day where they've been able to get electricity and water and everything. So imagine what that's like in the hospital. It's August, so the heat will be unbearable. And they've got thousands of people with horrific injuries. And they were at capacity yesterday before the explosion in their hospitals. And there were stories of doctors being out on the street, doctors and nurses being out on the street with their mobile phones, using the light of their mobile phones to try and help people. It's unimaginable hell. So if anybody can donate, I know we're all in such a... There's
Well,
so much to think about, but like Mark, you were saying earlier on that recent live, there isn't going to be that global
Well, there's
like,
going to be
together.
no country is well positioned at the moment to help any other country in any crisis. There's no spare cash.
But if every single person
and the other
gave
problem,
a pound,
the other problem is that where this explosion has happened, it's just apparently taken. It will have taken out billions and billions of dollars worth of business and infrastructure. So I think you're looking at Lebanon being fundamentally weakened and hamstrung by this.
And the other thing is, because there's been so much war, because a lot of these bits very, very densely populated,
Welcome, Sarah
they
Jordan.
think that still other buildings are going to come down because the shake was so horrendous. I mean, it was like a nuclear bomb. I mean, last night they had pundits saying, didn't they? Well, it looks from the way that it's mushroomed and it's done this. I mean, we were like this last night. Oh my God, is it a nuclear bomb? Is it a nuclear bomb?
Maddie hasn't got COVID. I don't know why people are saying, has Maddie got COVID?
No, she had COVID.
Well,
we
don't
think.
know
No,
that.
we're
We don't know
pretty
that.
sure
Yeah.
she had COVID.
Yeah, I mean, like most people feel they had a
In
very,
February.
very terrible sort of illness in February, March. Some going as far back as October. Our assumption as a family with retrospective diagnosis is that she could well have had it. So,
Because she had loss of smell, she had itching, she had a raging temperature, she had agonising headache. She had, and I've spoken
hello,
to a number.
Anita O'Reilly.
I've spoken to hello Anita. I've spoken to a number of people, and they say, well, if you'd rung 111 at that time, because we didn't know about COVID, they would have said she's got COVID.
Welcome to Sarah Jordan, who's just become a family
Welcome,
member.
Sarah
But I do
Jordan.
think, just to clarify, because people are saying that we have said it definitively, we do not know definitively if Maddie has had COVID. We cannot say that scientifically or
No,
factually.
sorry.
So no, if some, because people are saying it's been said here, it's been said. Honestly, we don't. I think most families.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a delivery guy the other day, and he was delivered. He was all masked up. We were observing social distancing. We'd had a quick exchange. He said, "I think I had it in October." You know, I mean, it's that sense that people have.
She
got of
hasn't
it.
had a test.
She
but
hasn't had a test. Yeah.
We are. If you look at all the list of all the symptoms, she had all of them.
Travis O'Connor, Nadia said it in a live earlier, that's the confusion.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think we've cleared that up. Now, in terms of I just noticed someone technically was just saying that if you scroll back in the live, this live will be available for you to see. So it might be proving an absolute nightmare. It's a tech compatibility issue, either between YouTube and Apple or with the Apple update and the YouTube app. So I think what you might find is, yes, this might be a bit frustrating to watch, although we've got two new family members. Jodie, welcome. Lovely to have you on board.
Welcome. Welcome. Yeah. So just to finish off with the talking about Beirut. Again, there would have been so many, the firefighters, the doctors, the nurses. Again, there will be heroes, bravery beyond anything we can imagine. Families just torn apart. So we just wanted to really just say a prayer for all of them and
and all of our thoughts need to go.
And all of our thoughts are with them. And you know, I feel even more connected with it because my dad being from that part of the world, and they've gone through so much.
Yeah. And it's a funny place. Hi, welcome, Samantha Hayward. It's also a part of the world that feels
so precarious.
Well, it feels precarious, but I mean, Lebanon, I mean, I've never been and I've always wanted to go, but you always hear and you always feel that Lebanon is the sort of, not most Western looking, because that's not what makes it good, but a very open culture, a very sort of liberal and sort of progressive and intellectual sort of country. So, tragic. It's just tragic.
Tragic. I literally can't believe it. And then to have Trump last night on his live saying that it was a bomb. Can you imagine if people were in Lebanon listening to that on the news yesterday and thinking, imagine that. Nothing should have been said until they were sure.
Welcome, Emma Flanagan. Welcome.
Welcome, Emma.
So, other news. Now, this is a curious one. I just thought I'd pull this up because it looks fun. Now, you might need to go online to join us in this moment. And it might be refreshing if we keep cutting in and out for some people. Go online and look at the images of the new spitting image puppets. Boris Johnson, Prince Andrew, and Dominic Cummings. They're really now spitting image for any friends who aren't British. Was a satirical ITV program. Interestingly, wasn't it? A satirical ITV program where they would make caricatured sort of prosthetic masks and puppets of political figures. And back in the 80s, it was really good.
I loved it.
It was a brilliant
And we
send-up.
desperately need good political satire again because we don't have any.
Well, I think the problem for satire...
Bird and Fortune was great.
Yeah, but the problem for satirists generally is that the world is so satirical inherently.
Yeah,
it's hard
you
to
can't
set-
make it
it's
any
hard to send
crazier.
it up.
You can't make it any batshit crazier than it is already.
But just quickly, I just wanted to show Nadia. There's Boris.
Oh, did you all watch it, guys? Let us know. Did you love it? What are your
Who was your
memories of Spitting
favourite?
Image?
Who were your favourite characters? All the kind of Michael Heseltine. Do you remember his hair?
I don't remember Boris
flopping all
being
over.
like that.
He wasn't in it in the past.
Oh.
These are new puppets.
Oh, these are the new ones.
Yeah, these
oh,
are
sorry,
all
sorry,
the new
sorry.
characters. Yeah. So they've showed new puppets for the first time. That's Boris Johnson has been unveiled. Very funny. Prince Andrew. They're so good.
And is that an old one
my
or a
God,
new
and you
one?
know what
Is
they're
that an
gonna-
old one or a new one?
These are all new, babe.
All
They're-
new?
Sorry.
I thought you were showing me a mixture
No.
of things, sorry.
They've released shown for first time. Sorry,
Okay,
I thought I'd
sorry,
explain
sorry,
that.
sorry.
But look, I think what they're going to probably
reading
definitely
comments.
do with Prince Andrew is have him sweating, aren't they?
Oh, they're going to have
Have to
massive
have that
wet
sweat.
patches under his
What was
arm.
the character that used to spit
Oh
everywhere?
my God, that's an
Was it
awful...
Leon Britton?
Oh my God, isn't it genius?
Isn't it hideous? Look at Dominic Cummings. Oh,
Whoa.
he's from Flash. He's the
In
villain
pantomime.
from Flash.
He looks like he's in a panto poster.
Yeah, do you remember the sort of the bald villain in Flash Gordon? He looks like him.
Flash.
Oh, that's so
Oh my
funny.
God, they're so good.
I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, Spitting Image was a great thing. And did you say it was Dennis Healy? Where's Trump? They've got to have one for Trump. Oh my God, they've got to have one for Trump.
Oh God, can you imagine?
So yeah, I mean, in the UK, that was a really. And do you remember they used to make it virtually on the day?
Yeah.
They'd shoot it on the
Utterly
day,
brilliant.
so it
I
was
loved
very
it.
present and topical, and it was a very groundbreaking show.
Lucy Heaney, have you seen the interview with Trump yesterday? Better than anything.
Well,
Spitting-
tell the story.
Right, okay. So last night, Mark comes in, he goes, have you seen this interview with Trump? It's trending. So Maddie and I looked at him, we went, oh God, you idiot. It's not real. It's a piss take. And I went, and
Well, you
that's
didn't
a
believe
fake-
it was Trump.
I thought it was a looky-likey. And Mark was going, no, it's not. And then you started to doubt yourself. And
Well, only because
Maddie
you
and
were
I were
both so
categorical.
forceful.
I mean, there's no way he'd be saying we're first in the world, bottom of the world, because it was so ridiculous what he was saying.
We're at the bottom. No,
Which
we're
means
at the
we're
top.
at the top.
If we're
Which
winning,
means
we're winning. No,
We're the lowest in the world.
we're the lowest.
No, we're the bottom
highest.
of the world. We're the top of
But
the
the
world.
bottom is good. Bottom is good.
Oh my
Top is bad.
God. It was...
Even Xander, you must agree. It
Come
was
on,
pretty
Xander.
damn ghastly, wasn't
It
it?
was ghastly.
Come on.
And you're right. That was a scene from Spitting Image. I mean, they could lift it completely. They would scriptwriters wouldn't have to
If
do
you
anything
put
with
that in the thick of it, we'd have all gone, you're pushing it.
it.
You're
He has
pushing it.
no clue. He couldn't understand what the interview was saying about the percentages. If you look at it from him, goes, no, it's the cases. It's the cases. We've got
know.
the lowest. Oh, it was just.
He really let down. In school parlance, you've really disappointed me.
But
You've
you know what
really
I likened
disappointed
it
me
to?
and the class.
I think it was a defining moment, even for his hardcore followers,
Yeah.
because it was. I said to you last night, and I said I likened it to when Theresa May's sign fell off, but down behind her, and when Ed Miliband got the bacon rind stuck in his mouth, and then he tripped up the step. These moments for politicians that can completely destroy. I felt it was like that yesterday because he was on the ropes. He didn't know what he was talking about. He was faffing bits of paper around and giving people bits of paper.
It was an
I was
Axios interview.
transfixed.
It's
I'm going to watch the whole thing. I haven't
on
watched the whole.
HBO and it's trending at number. Well, it was at number 1 on all trending videos on YouTube. So just go to the
quite
YouTube page and
extraordinary.
hit trending. It was
Extraordinary.
quite phenomenal. Yeah, and can I just say the other bit of news that strikes me? I sort of said it to my mum, and she sort of took it in her stride. Virgin Atlantic has filed for bankruptcy in America, and okay, self-interest. Obviously, I've got tickets with them and all that. But on a more seismic level, hang on, guys. It's like I was a bit surprised, but Virgin Atlantic. This is a mainstay.
Thank you, Sharona.
This is a company name that's a mainstay of all of that. Whether you use them or not, Virgin Atlantic bankruptcy. It's like, how are we just even taking that in our stride and saying, oh, okay, well, that's to be expected.
Horrific. Thousands of jobs.
Thousands of jobs. It's the leading proponent of sort of, Atlantic travel. And they're filing for bankruptcy. The scale of this problem is phenomenal.
I wonder how many flights they do a day. How many do they do? Is it hundreds? Thousands? Hundreds or thousands?
I don't think there are hundreds of thousands
No,
every day.
hundreds. No, hundreds or thousands.
Oh, there's thousands. I think.
Thousands.
Yeah. I mean, I think Virgin don't operate thousands. They probably operate about every day to America. I don't know, a couple of
Do
hundred.
they only go to America, Virgin?
Virgin Atlantic? No, I think they also go. Do they also go to South America too? And I think they go to Hong Kong and they go
I mean,
to.
I suppose as each airway goes down, the airways that can survive it will become enormously successful, won't they? And there will be more jobs. But I mean, I wonder if Virgin was struggling anyway. It's like you've always said, isn't it? How many of these companies were on the ropes before
Well, look,
COVID?
Lee says Virgin were on the brink of bankruptcy before Corona, as it was anyway. I mean, a lot of people
Hi, Lee.
Hi, Lee. I think a lot of people expecting that Richard Branson should have just dipped his hand. I think that the problem here is so fundamental. I mean, you've got to have passengers getting on planes and travelling, otherwise you've got no business. I mean, once again, you'll see it in the vlog. We headed into town yesterday. I have to confess, you, the day before yesterday, were having a bit of a down day, and I, by the end of yesterday, felt really, really down about
We went into town.
just
and
down
it was
about
just-
there's a sort of low level kind of
Morning,
emptiness
Jessica.
that seems to have crept into everywhere and into the country and into into central London. It's a bizarre place. It's just a weird place at the moment, don't you think?
And there are. I mean, you don't go to London and think, "Wow, we're recovering." You go to London and you see decimation.
And also I don't see it as like the start of recovery. I see it as a sputtering exhalation of not being able to do it. I don't think it's going to get any better or any easier or any... And that worries me. It worries me because what the hell's going to happen? And so, things like Virgin Atlantic going, as soon as these things start to go, all of the ancillary industries around them will go. So all of the companies that are based at the Heathrow airports, all of the cab companies at New York, and there's all those other industries that are sort of like like sort of crabs and mollusks attached to one other company. They all have to fall away as well.
No, that's the thing. It's the knock-on effect. There was a bit of good news yesterday on CNN about one of the vaccines, wasn't there?
Yeah, but then it disappeared.
Yeah.
They
saying
said
that
good news, and then it was just like Trump was out and we were off.
Trump was batshit crazy last night.
He was holding
giving
up
out
graphs, holding up graphs and
He
turning
distracted
them
from.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe he's been a successful businessman holding graphs upside down and pointing at them and kind of saying stuff like that. And there was another story today that I thought was quite interesting that you pointed out, Nadia. Quarantine delay let up to 10,000 travellers bring COVID-19 to the UK. Senior MPs, something we were screaming and screaming from the rafters. Ministers let up to 10,000 travellers with coronavirus spread it across the country at the start of the pandemic by failing to bring in quarantine rules, senior MPs have said. Quelle surprise, tell me something we didn't already know. It seems like there's an enormous time lag in this crisis. 6 weeks later, everyone in a position of vague authority goes, I think that's it. And we all go, yeah, we know that.
Oh, we knew that. Oh, our dog knew that.
Toffee knows this. Just check out Toffee's
Toffee
posts.
Toffee knows.
Toffee knows everything.
Yeah. Just. Yeah.
What?
Just.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Basically.
But meanwhile, Kanye and Kim have headed off to an island, I think, to be away from prying eyes.
Have they?
Yeah,
Oh.
absolutely. GPs to prescribe dancing and gardening in bid to combat lockdown loneliness. That could work for Nanny Di, couldn't it? Look, dancing and gardening. Nanny Di should dance around the garden. I mean, I do. Kate Garraway announces Good Morning Britain co-star Ben Shepherd is leaving programme.
Oh,
is that big
he?
news? Oh, right.
Yeah, it is. People
Has he been
love
there from
Ben.
the start?
Yeah, he's people absolutely adore him.
Oh.
He's an absolute sweetie.
So yeah.
So guys, listen, tonight 6 o'clock we would be doing What's for Dinner.
Yep.
And if you've not joined us on that before, we literally have a look in the cupboard and just see what's there and then cook something from it.
Now listen, it's meant to be a fun, real and sort of relatable cookery item. So, if there aren't all the most perfect things in all the most perfect places, that's what we are, isn't it? That's what Nadia is. She's a chaotic cook.
Oh God, I've got to try and find a can opener though.
Yeah,
we can't do that
can
again.
opener. So if you fancy coming not for a chop and cook expertise, top class, Michelin. No, I'm not
it's always
saying...
delicious, but
No, but my point is her food is the best food I've ever eaten. So you can sling your hook if you're after that stuff. Go and see Gordon Ramsay doing all his thing. What you get from Nads is real, tasty food. And what was the other thing? Now, I know this has obviously been a very disruptive and glitchy thing, but if you wouldn't mind hitting the thumbs up, that would be very nice. Thank you.
All right, baby. I'm a bit stressed.
Well, no, I'm
Somebody
worried.
said something about my cooking.
No, I wasn't even thinking about that. No, I'm worried for everyone that it's been a bit glitchy. It's a shame. I'm just wanting to get to the bottom of it because, of course, if we're going live this afternoon, I've got concerns that we could be glitching this up. So I'm just thinking ahead.
We'll do a couple of
tests. Well, and also I think we should drop Jordan a line to see if we can talk to try and get YouTube to sort it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So we'll look forward to that, and we are filming behind the scenes, all sorts of vloggy stuff.
And also on my Instagram, every day I'm posting a lunch, a healthy lunch, but don't expect no carbs, no this, no that. I want everything in it. A healthy lunch that anyone can make in under 10 minutes. And that I'm doing that every day at the moment. So I'm going to see how that goes, see if you enjoy. We still haven't done the antibody test on Maddie, no.
No.
We still haven't. Maybe we'll do it today. She's around later.
And welcome to all the new family guests who've come. Someone's just asked, is there a difference between family guests and subs? Yeah, family guests get access to the Sunday show and a members live. When's the members live happening this week? Is it happening? We'll have a chat about that after.
Yeah, so you get extra content in the family guest, but on this main channel, you get more content any way that you would get on any other YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's true.
So we have a members area, and it's $1.99 a month. And the only way we can work 7 days a week on the main channel is if we, in some way, can make some revenue. So that's what we do. But as I say, there's plenty on the main channel as well. But the No Name Sunday Show, I think everybody here that's a member,
lot into it.
They love it. They absolutely love it, and they will tell you that they think it's the best 50p a week they spend.
Yeah.
So if you do want to join, just click the join button at the bottom there, and then it will tell you how to do it. And this week, did anyone try my sweet and sour chicken last week?
It was yum. It was good.
Somebody was saying there, can I do vegan dishes? Today's lunch on my Instagram is vegan. But I always give a vegan option, but it's an actual vegan one. So.
Someone just said there they always miss the members live, and you're a paying member. You have to go to the community tab on. I think sometimes Nadia posts it on her Instagram.
Thank you,
but if you go to the YouTube our channel's front page, there's a community tab, and we post on there when the live's going to happen.
Gonna be.
So we do give you sort of forward notice to try and be able to sort of work your time around it. The other thing you can probably see, I'm very distracted and looking ahead, is because, of course, as soon as we come off this live, I'm going to go back online, watch this, and try and interrogate this problem. So that's all I'm thinking about. Yeah. All right, guys. But welcome. We've had quite a few people have joined the
How long have we been
family
YouTubing? Sarah Jordan asks. Is it 2 years?
Well, if you go to the bit that says about our channel, it will say 2014. We haven't since 2014.
No.
That we put up a post of Kiki getting Chi-Chi as a.
Years ago.
In fact, it was Izzy's ex-boyfriend who set up the account for us. It was way before we even thought of YouTube, really. And that went up. And then really we started doing this meaningfully, didn't we? Towards the end of 2018? Yes, we've only been going a year and a half, really.
If you're just new with us today, check out the channel because there's so much stuff going on. And I know she wasn't she, madam? If you've never watched the film on here of Kiki getting Chi-Chi,
Oh, yeah, it's very
go and watch it. You will be crying your eyes out. It's so moving. They played it on this big show in America.
Oh, yeah, they did, didn't
They didn't. It was nothing because of me off the telly. They
No,
they wanted to
just
show it
loved
an
her
example
reaction.
of a child's gratitude.
Yeah.
It's so lovely. What's it called? Just Kiki Gets a Puppy.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's Nadia Sawalha's daughter.
Gets puppy.
Gets a puppy.
So just pump that in.
Very
and
imaginatively titled by Izzy's ex, I think.
But yeah, if you are new and you're just having a look at this channel, have a look at all our vlogs as well. That's our family reality show. Because there's hundreds of them that you can watch.
Oh, and the other thing is, I was up at 3 a.m. because she was snoring so badly, and then I was asleep on the sofa, and then I was pulling plugs out like a rabid man because the flashing pink effing lights of fluffy women were going, and I was
Fluffy
thinking,
women.
what's going on? So I haven't actually slept particularly well. All right, guys, but that's it. So we'll see you later for the live cook along.
6 o'clock, hopefully. But watch the stories, because if there's going to be problems with it, we won't do
Oh
it.
yeah, we'll
so
check
check
that.
the YouTube stories to make sure.
Thank you. Take care, guys.
Bye,
Sorry
guys.
for the glitches. Bye.